Just last night, Night Vision News' Ryan Reebenacker sat down with Wartburg football's Noah Dodd to talk about his performance and the team's postseason hopes.
Here in the studio now, our very special guest, Wartburg starting quarterback Noah Dodd. Noah, thanks so much for coming in here tonight.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
So starting off, talking a little bit about historical context. You're a senior now this year. The past seasons of your career, you've had to play behind Gagliardi Trophy finalist and Matt Sasha. So what has it been like for you stepping into a full-time role now as the starting quarterback of the Knights?
Yeah, like you said, playing behind Matt, it's kind of been a long time coming. Basically, when I was behind Matt, I just prepared every week like I was the starter. So when my time came, I'd be ready to go. So this year, it's been no different in my preparation than it has in years past. I learned a lot from playing behind Matt, and I credit that to who I am as a player today. And it's been fun though, and we've had some success so far this year. So hopefully we can finish it off the right way this Saturday.
Yeah. How did your preparation change coming into, say, this offseason, knowing that you're going to get, the bigger touches, and also having Jace Moore as well to kind of compete with and against at the same time, as you were both looking to get a lot of touches at the quarterback spot. So how did you approach this past offseason, getting ready for your senior season and, trying to take the bull by the horns?
Right, yeah. So, it came at a couple different ways, like strength-wise in the weight room, I had to kind of buckle down there, playing in a full football game, it takes a toll on your body, so you got to make sure you're ready for that, physically. And there's other mechanical things I worked on this off-season in terms of like throwing mechanics and stuff like that I worked with some coaches on to improve my throwing mechanics, and just studying film, studying myself, what I could improve on, so I was quicker with reads and things like that. So, I just kind of worked in all those different aspects in the off season, and worked to improve myself so I'd be ready to go.
So, after this most recent game against Central, you've now tied the same school record twice. And obviously your story has a lot more to do than just Matt Sasha, but you got to bring up the comparisons then. He threw for 5 touchdowns a couple times throughout his career. You did it once against Nebraska Wesleyan this year at the homecoming game, and then again against Central College just this past weekend. So what does it feel like for you to know that you've tied a school record of that caliber now several times? Yeah,
pretty cool. Like I said, just being mentioned, in the same sentence as a guy like Matt Sasha is pretty cool, It's cool to get that recognition and stuff, but what I really care about and the team cares about is getting the win. So we were able to do it against Nebraska Wesleyan. Couldn't quite squeak it out last week, that was a heartbreaker. But yeah, record's really cool, and it's something I'll definitely remember.
Obviously, one thing that's on a lot of people's minds when it comes to football right now, especially Knights fans, is looking at the NCAA Tournament. Now, obviously, there's a lot that we can't control right now at Wartburg when it comes to an automatic bid. But how does your approach, I should say, change preparing for an opponent like Loras, knowing that so much is on the line across the pond in the Central Co-game?
Yeah, well, we're just trying to focus on Loras this week. That's where all our attention is. We can't really control anything that happens over there in that game. So, we're just taking it like any other week. Coaches got us focused solely on Loras, so we're going to do our best to prepare for those guys and make sure our team's ready to go this Saturday to take care of business.
So if push comes to shove, just real quick, and the Knights are left hoping for an at-large bid. I know you can't say that we'd obviously get it or that we'd obviously not, but how do you feel that your chances would be, just for Knights fans in that situation?
Yeah, I mean, I haven't looked too much into the specifics, like what teams are also vying for at-large bids, but or any of that. But I feel personally that our team is definitely a playoff caliber team, and I think I can say with confidence that our coaches and our other players think that too. So if we're lucky enough to get an at-large bid. If that ends up being the situation, I think we'll be ready to make some noise in the playoffs.
Yeah, and I'm sure that Knights fans are happy to agree with you there.
Yeah.
And obviously being a ranked team should help down the road. Noah, thanks again for coming in
You bet.
and talking with me here. Noah and the rest of the Knights are set to take on the Loras Hawks, as he said, this Saturday at 1. It'll be senior day as well, so don't miss it. We'll be back with some more sports content. Keep it here.